So we've noticed a issue with the gradebook, and when a teacher marks NA for a standard that was not covered. So let me show you an example. So if I go to my grading and I'm going to look at the standards grades right here, this does, it lists for all standards for each student for S1. You do the same thing for Q1. But if I move it over, you'll notice that these standards, which weren't covered during this set S1, but maybe will be covered later on in Q3 or Q4, the teacher marked them as NA, which is fine, which is what we do want to mark. But the problems we discovered is that when you mark a standard NA, it brings down their overall grade. So these NAs entered brings it down. A blank right here does not bring it down. Now, there are two ways to solve this. First off is just to go through and delete them so they're all blank. That's one way. But the other way is to add an exempt marker to the standard and then copy and paste. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do now. And you only have to do this once and then copy and paste it. So first off, I'm going to find a standard that's marked NA. So this standard was not covered. So the first thing I have to do is I have to click on this and mark exempt right here. See this exempt? Notice that it marks it purple right here. I move down, click exempt. Move down, click exempt. Move down, click exempt. And I need to do that for all of these scores. Now, if it's blank, you can leave it or just do NA and exempt. And if you notice that it italicizes it and turns it purple. So I want to do that for all these scores in this column. Now again, this is going to take a little bit of time, but you only have to do this once, because once I do all this, I'm going to show you what to do next. So I'm going through and I'm marking these all NA, but also exempt. You cannot do an autofill vertical or horizontal for this function. Normally that would be the fastest way to enter the same score, but for NAs you cannot do that. So I'm just about done marking these all exempt. Almost done. So this does take time to do the first one. And if you zoom in, you'll notice that it's a slanted NA and it's purple. That means it's marked NA, but it's also marked exempt. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here. If I click on this right here, I get the option to copy or paste. I'm going to click copy, and I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to put paste. And notice that it's going to fill that entire column with the purple NA. Same thing over here. Paste, paste, paste. And you need to do that for all the standards that you've marked NA. Now, if you've left them blank, that's okay, but this is a way to fill it in to make it. Now, if I click save, notice some of the grades over here. Like this was a 90 right here. Once I click save, notice that it jumped to a 95 because those NAs without the exempt were bringing the grade down. So that's what you're going to have to do if you have these NAs, but you didn't mark them exempt. It'll take them out of the pool. But again, you only have to do that first column and then copy and paste it for all the standards you didn't cover. And you can do this from the S1 view because that's going to show all your standards for all S1. So you would do it from the S1 view.